Welcome to Wet and Wild Wednesday. I'm Trisha.
This is Ashley.
And of course, we got our favorite director in the bag.
Yeah.
What's up with y'all? What's up?
Trying to stay dry on this wet day.
This one day. Absolutely. How your week been, though? How your week been?
Work. Tired of work.
Life been life, and for me this week. What about you, Mr. Director? Mr. Black Howard Stern in the back over there. How your week been?
Well, it's been all right. Glad that, it's another week coming.
Absolutely.
New opportunities, new possibilities
Yeah, for
for
sure.
the month of May.
For sure. I know we had a question that a topic that come about that we were discussing earlier. Mm-hmm. When do you think it's okay to give up the goodies if you're in the talking stage?
Yes, that's a good question. Like how soon do you just be like, okay, I'm gonna let you have a little piece of the pie.
Just a little piece of the pie.
Little piece of the pie.
Little piece of the pie.
Hey, piece of the pie.
We're gonna open the door on this one, huh? We're gonna really
Yeah, open the door. Get a piece of the pie.
Okay, so let me say. In my opinion, it depends. I think everybody's grown in the situation. It just depends on when you feel right, but just don't randomly just give it out if you not.
Don't let everybody stick their hands in your pie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you give out slices of pie, not one at a time, not the whole pie.
Man, absolutely, I agree though. But yeah, I think that you just can't give it up. You gotta. To me, being older, I see it is a difference though. To me, I gotta see where your mind at. You got to, intrigue me one way or another. Somehow or another, you got to click that mental status of mine. Mentally, whatever. But yeah, I think some younger people they just don't. Yeah, they just
They're too quick to
just gonna go get it.
They move off of emotions when it comes to that. So I feel like the longer, I wouldn't necessarily you have to say you have to wait for a long period of time, but I feel like if you make that person wait a little bit more, it'll make them respect you a little bit more too.
Yeah.
Because if you just, we only been talking a couple days and I done already gave him the booty, then he just gonna thank you for everybody.
Yeah, can't be.
Isn't that this new generation though? Anyway,
a lot of them are like
A
that.
lot of them are like that.
Yeah.
Like, I've made people wait a long time. There's a couple motherfuckers that been trying for years and they never got a piece of it. But
do you think they waiting?
I mean, they probably not waiting.
Okay.
No more. I mean, they probably not waiting no more. I hope they not waiting no more. You could be waiting for the rest of your life. But I'm just saying, like, it's just, I feel like waiting for one, it lets you get time to know that person. Get to see where they head at, because these days you just can't be out here laying around with anybody.
People crazy these days. You might be done drop that dump and then
And the motherfucker be
standing outside your
at your goddamn door.
What's the time frame though? Yes, y'all still
I feel like
that.
I don't have an exact time frame. I feel like you go with what you feel, but at the same time, get to know that person a little bit. Break down a couple walls. Really know the person.
I feel like that should take at least a month or two.
Yeah.
What? Are y'all serious?
Yeah, because
I'm
know.
gonna say a couple weeks at the at the minimum, a couple weeks.
I know.
Y'all still playing.
What you mean?
Because women operate just like men.
Not necessarily.
Y'all operate just like us.
How so?
Y'all know within in the first few seconds of meeting somebody if y'all gonna give him some butt or not. You know what I mean? And off gate that sex is probably the number one thing you're gonna have to try before really getting to know him. Because
You better test drive that car.
What?
You better test drive that car.
Hey, now, in my defense, I have made somebody wait a couple months, and I actually got to know that person before I test drove anything.
You still with him?
Am I still talking to him? Yes, I am.
Are you still with him?
We're not together, but we still talk.
Okay, so
y'all
what did
were
that
involved.
We are involved, I guess you could say.
What
We
did
got a
that accomplish,
situationship.
But what did that accomplish though to be in a situationship instead of a relationship?
Say it one more time.
I know, right? So what did that accomplish to be in a situationship after all of this waiting and getting to know them instead of being in a relationship?
I mean, neither one of us really want a relationship.
So why did you wait so long to do what you needed to do anyway?
Because I had just got out of a relationship. I didn't want to move off of emotions and feelings.
Right.
I really wanted to take my time to get to know this person.
But then you getting to know him just to be every once in a while type of dude anyway.
Not necessarily.
That's what you just said.
The 1800 in the day.
1800
I know y'all ain't out here giving out free advertisement.
No.
I thought I heard somebody say something.
No, we didn't hear no.
Okay,
Oh, my bad.
Next.
This water is watering today.
That water is watering.
It's splashing today. Hot damn it.
Yes, splash.
So, in my opinion,
That's what I was going to ask. What's your opinion on it?
my opinion, I will say most women to even fall on a respectable level. If you go past the week, you earn some respect, right? But I do feel like it's real detrimental to the relationship to go past a week and a half because in a week attention span in our community is short.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna continue to pay you any attention. I don't give a damn how cute you are, bad you are. I want to get these rocks off.
Well, I mean, there's some people that are like that, but
There's a lot of us like
in
that.
my particular situation, this person isn't like that.
That's good. Yeah, but y'all still ain't together. Y'all in a situationship.
I mean, it is what it is.
I know, but I'm just saying though. I'm just saying, yeah. That was,
I feel like in that case, if both of y'all can agree that there is no title to it.
Us. Yeah.
Yeah, there is no title to it. But if I need you, you're there. If you need me, I'm there. I can depend on you. You can depend on me.
In what circumstances?
In just about anything. If I'm in a bind, I know I can call you and you'll help me out.
Well, damn, that's a relationship.
I'm just saying.
The relationship without the title, though.
That's still bad though. That's kind of like misleading.
It just
Not if you
depends
both
what
agree on
everybody's
it.
looking for, though.
Okay. I'm confused with this new generation stuff.
It can be confusing, but like I said, when you can both sit down and agree,
Jump
this
off.
is kind of what you want. It ain't even
With
really a jump off. I call a jump off is just a motherfucker that I'm gonna only call because I want to have sex.
Well,
I can call him and we can just have conversation on the phone. It ain't all about sex.
Okay. So what your man gonna think about though? Your relationship man.
There ain't none.
So he ain't supposed to have no relationship either.
Who?
Whoever your friend is, or whoever the friend is.
He's saying, like, if he want a relationship.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
What if he say, yeah? What if he
Okay.
want a relationship
If-
with somebody else and just keep you as a person that I can call to talk to about my problem?
Then that'd be something we have to discuss. And if that's how I feel I want to move, then I'll move that way. If not, then you go on about your business. I'm going about my business.
Okay. What about you, Trish?
The question like that situation.
Yeah.
You basically saying, would I be a side piece?
Exactly.
Am I gonna
That's
be
what it is.
somebody's sneaky link? I mean, if I agree to be the sneaky link, I agree to be a sneaky link. If not,
What
you have a good day,
It
and
What
I'm gonna
about
have
you,
a good day.
Trish?
It's hard it's hard. Like, I've been in that situation before. It's hard doing that. But at the end of the day, everybody grown. We choose what we want to do. We all make our own moves. If that's something that you can mentally handle, then yeah. But it's not for the weak-hearted at all. It's not. It's not.
No,
You got to know your role, because what happens
and play
if
it
you-
real motherfucking
Because what
good.
happens if you going down the street and you see old buddy and his chick, and you got to be like,
You can't be like, hey,
Yeah, you did right with the high five. Oh yeah, it's classmate.
nah, you can't even do that. You got to just walk by. You can't say,
you
hey,
can't
nothing.
even you can't even initiate eye contact.
That's bad though, because imagine how many people y'all all in the world done slept with.
Go
You know what I
to do
mean?
that.
They got to avoid looking at somebody you done slept with before. You know what I mean? That's bad. I wouldn't even want a woman that feels that uncomfortable. But that goes back to, I'm gonna tell you one that's good for what y'all talking about, the body count. There's not too many men that want a woman that got a lot of body counts like that. You know what I mean? There's not too many men that find out that you done been somebody's just call on person when it's time to talk and cuddle, but then you ain't together. You know what I mean? Because that's still a form of jump off. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying.
You had a phase too, mama.
You know what I mean?
In our friend's words, a friend that ain't
but you
here
know what
tonight.
though? Let's be real. Because of what you just said, right? You know, don't you know those choices that was made in the early beginning parts of our life dictate or can hurt us and affect us in the long run.
It can.
You know, some of us came out with kids that we didn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I'm just throwing that out there. Though,
Yeah,
anyway.
but some of us came out with kids with situations that we could have totally avoided.
So would y'all ever tell anybody out the gate, you know what I mean, about your body count? That's just a question for me. I know, right? Yeah.
Whoa. I mean, I don't know if we gon'.
Why women don't tell the truth? That's a question. Let's just take it off of that. Why women don't tell the truth? And it's a truthful question. Don't try to play like y'all innocent, damn it.
I never said I was innocent.
I
I never said anything.
Okay,
I never said I was innocent.
Answer the question then. Yo,
Why don't we tell the truth?
why are y'all liars?
You're a liar. You're a cheater.
And won't admit it either. Won't say sorry. Women don't
Our
say
women
sorry.
are not the same. I just told you. I done had a phase too.
Well, we ain't talking about that phase.
I'm just
no more.
saying.
You still want
Like, when it comes to what you talking about,
telling
like
lies.
telling lies, it depends on what you're talking about.
It's a few of them.
I don't. There's a lot of women who try to act like they don't do anything. They haven't done anything. They're not doing anything. One of the main things is, I hear a lot of people say, you know, oh, I ain't had sex and such and such.
Yeah.
That's what I hear a lot of men say that women say.
Yeah.
But you know, when a man get up in there, he gonna be able to tell, girl, come on now.
Something ain't gonna feel right.
Or you ain't
gonna be gripping right.
That thing ain't gonna be thinging right.
That thing gonna be thinging right.
He gonna be having to put in that extra work to get it to do what it's supposed to do. And he gonna be like, if you ain't had nothing in a while, why this thing ain't doing right? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man know all that.
Thing ain't thinging like it should.
Now, me as a woman, I don't lie on what we call her, Lucy. I don't lie on Lucy.
No. I don't lie on
Like,
Lucy.
Yeah, can't lie on
What
Lucy.
do you lie about? Because everybody lies. So what do you
I
lie
mean,
about?
everybody lies.
Would you
I mean,
lie to
I
your
told-
man about cheating?
If I was ever asked if I was cheating, no, I would not lie.
You wouldn't lie to your man and tell
No.
him if he
Why would I
asked you.
lie? Because the truth gonna come out in the end.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So why lie? Like, I mean,
I ain't got time because then you try to lie, then you got to try to keep the lie up. That's too much.
That's too much
That's just
lying
too
on
much
top
energy.
of lying.
That's too much energy.
Just like you got to tell one lie, you tell the first lie, then you got to tell one lie to cover up the first lie.
It don't even start with that.
And then you got to tell two lies to cover up that lie.
It don't even start with that. All the energy is gonna be into me trying to keep up the two fucking relationships to begin with. The fact that I'm fucking cheating, that's already gonna be draining enough because I gotta come home to a motherfucker and not tell him what the hell I'm doing if I want to lie.
And then why do it then? Why be with two different men?
That's just the same thing for me. And why be with two different women?
Because we got dinglings.
That don't make a fuck.
It's the
Yes, that
same
does.
thing.
No, that's not.
I feel like if a woman has a situation or whatever, a woman might not be getting nothing that she's supposed to get. A woman might feel like she locked.
So why she stay with that man though? See, the difference is the portal. I keep telling y'all. You know what I mean? It's different for women. How can a woman be respected, right, and got a man, but don't want to leave the man, but sleep with another? I'm going to use the incredible word, but will sleep with somebody else, but still not lead a man. If it's all of that, I can't stand him. He get on my leg. I don't trust him. And everything in the book that makes the man look like shit, but you still go home to him. I know a lot of women that do that. Hell, I done been in relationships where I was the not shit nigga. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the woman didn't ever leave. I was just wondering, but I had to be the one to look like shit to everybody else to have this everything justified. And so I'm just trying to figure out.
I think
why.
sometimes it depends on the situation.
Yeah.
Are there kids involved? things like that. Like, what is a complete
makes sense.
situation?
Yeah.
Because I think, like you said, I know that's a big thing. If there's kids involved, it's just not that.
It ain't
Simple.
about you at that
It's
point.
about that
It's
child.
not always about you. It's
True indeed.
about the kids.
How do you navigate out of a situation with a child
Right.
that knows no different or
Right.
It's
you
hard,
know?
and I am currently going through that. It's not easy.
Mm-hmm.
It is not easy at all. It's emotional. It's stressful.
but it's like how
It's
can you
draining.
be how can you be the rock for your kid when you already going through something and you know they're going through something too?
And kids are the first ones to really like pick up on energy.
They sure do. That's the truth.
Like,
But they don't understand it.
no.
But they will question you to death.
Oh
You
God, yes. Oh my God. I ain't never been so tired. Baby, please go to sleep. Mama ain't got time to answer no more questions. Like, we tired.
Why this and why that? You
I don't understand and how come, and you
Yep.
really don't know how to answer those questions,
Right.
especially when they're at a younger age. Now,
Right.
my older ones, you ain't even really got to explain nothing to the teenagers. They kind of just pick up on it and can figure it out for themselves. But the
Right.
younger ones, it's hard.
Okay.
It's hard.
Absolutely.
And sometimes it's easier to stay in the relationship and just kind of sneak around and do that than it is to split up, because you know how difficult that separation, that whole process is gonna be. It's gonna be fucked up. So yeah.
Yeah. So, on another note, what makes good? I don't want to just say the word.
What is the definition of good poom poom and good dingaling?
I tell you,
Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna give you, you know what I mean, what I would take for sexual, you know what I mean. And I'm pretty sure this is probably gonna go for both ways, male and female, right? This is on a grander scale, right? The emotional side of it, you know what I mean. Say if you know you meet someone in a club and y'all dancing and you're getting hot and sweaty, but you're drinking, you know that's why they call it spirits. You bring it onto a whole nother vibe, right? And it's gonna so both of y'all on the exact same level.
That Jezebel spirit done
Hey,
crept up on your ass. God damn it.
That's gonna make it good. You know what I mean? Emotional. I missed you. I can't believe I've been gone from you this long. I just want to make up to you all this time.
It's like
I've been
the
gone.
energy that you have with that person.
So it's the mind frame too. If you can sexualize the mind, the body gonna fall into place.
Exactly.
You know, so that's what makes it good.
Stimulate the mind. Like the pussy with egg.
Oh, we're gonna start trademarking some of this stuff on here. But yeah, I was gonna say something similar to what you said. To me, it's all about the experience. It's not about how a man can make it feel. Like, can you make it do things that can't nobody else do? Can you give me an experience on another level that I ain't never had before? Can you be a first on my list for many topics?
Exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because most men be like, oh, I just got some whatever. That don't mean nothing to me. What that mean?
Did you feel my body? Did you feel my spirit leave my body in the process?
Hey, I've never had that happen, but I'm trying to get there.
I'm telling you. Something else. Something else.
But yeah, I think it has a lot to do with things. I seen this one thing on the internet the other day. We're not doing no free advertisement, but I did see something on social media the other day. This guy was driving down the road. He was like, most women always ask me this question and be like, what is good pussy? He's like, it ain't too much good pussy out here. And I was like, wait a minute, what he fitting to say? Like, I was like out in the phone, like, wait a second. Like, had to turn it up. Like, what he finna say? He's like, good pussy is after you get it. And he's like, I'm still thinking about it on my way home, or I'm in the middle of doing something.
And it pop up in your
later
head.
after the fact that I done
Look,
left.
it pop up in your head and make you call
Have a
that person and be
have
like,
a
pull up on me
reminiscence,
real
like-
quick. Yeah.
He's like, I'm over here reminiscing about it. Like,
I know somebody. I know somebody like that.
like, yeah.
But he says it's not good pussy. He calls it great pussy.
I got a question though. This is not on what you all talking about.
You got a viewer question?
Yes.
Okay.
And, I thought I'd go ahead and throw it in right now, though,
Okay.
because of the verbiage you all are using.
Uh-huh.
How do you think your parents have influenced your views on romantic relationships?
My parents did not have a romantic relationship. I have, God rest my father's soul, I have never really seen my parents be romantic. Like, I got married at the courthouse. Wasn't nothing romantic about it to me. It was my mama, my daddy, me, and my little sister.
No date nights, no,
Mm-mm.
no, none of that. You know what they be talking about.
And maybe that's one of the reasons why I crave that, because I think that's important.
Yeah.
I feel like that's important in order to keep a relationship healthy, in order to stay on good terms in a relationship, going out and having time for just you and your partner.
Yeah.
Regardless if it's a movie, a ride in the car, or what the hell ever the case may be. I feel like
Something together.
something together that keeps you two connected,
Yeah.
where you're away from kids, where you're
Yeah.
away from work,
Yeah,
where you're away from all other distractions, and you
Yeah.
can focus on each other.
yeah. What about you, Trish?
My parents were never together. My mother was a teen mom. I was a second generation teen mom that followed right in behind the footsteps of her. I did have a stepfather figure for a while. I never really seen the relationship aspect of it. I know I was younger and I really didn't, pay it a lot of attention. But I don't ever remember either, like, the date nights or whatever. It was always family things because we were the kids. The kids was always involved. We was always with them.
Yeah.
But I can agree with that. I feel like a lot of us don't have a clear layout of what a relationship should look like because most of us never seen that. And I think that's the thing with these kids nowadays. They try to grow up too quick and be in relationships, and they don't even know what a real relationship's supposed to look like, be like, feel like.
Like,
They just jump in it too quick and
what
try
is
to be grown.
what is romance?
Yeah, they don't know nothing about that.
What's romance? That's, you can ask them. They probably
Date out.
a
They be
date.
like, "What is
No,
that?"
I mean it's more than a date. To me, it's just like making that person feel special.
It don't have to be expensive or whatever. You like you said, you can just go for a walk in the park. Go, go out, go on a drive. Go just do something together where it's just you two, where you can actually have a conversation. You can conversate and you're not in a house. You're not stuck up and bottled inside.
Hell,
a
sometimes
house.
I don't even want to conversate. Just motherfucking hold me.
I know
Touch
that.
me.
So we can admit.
So we can express
right.
our love language.
So this is what we can admit, right? It ain't even a cultural thing, right? It's really a parenting thing
Yeah.
that none of us have experienced what relationships are supposed to look like from our parents.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't experienced that either. And don't get me wrong, I have met, a man that used to date my mom's that I looked up to, the way he carried himself. But, he still wasn't a good fit. He didn't stick around, But it was some attributes about him that I took on, for myself, in life, and I can see them. So,
And that you say that, I got to give my props out to the ones, like you said, he didn't stick around. I know that there is people in relationships and have been in relationships before. And I can say, even as me being a kid, when my mother and my stepfather split up when I was in high school, I never seen my stepdaddy again until I was like older. Now, I do remember, whenever, he got himself together, he always invited me or my sister over as well. Whenever my brothers would go and hang out with him, but we were just like, nah, that's kind of weird type thing. But I think it takes a bigger man to still try to be there to support the kid even after the fact, to show them how you're supposed to be in any situation.
right.
Because if you have a kid with that person, you have no choice but to be
Right.
there. But when you don't have to be, that shows them more of how much of a man you really are and what you're supposed to do. And so you just don't run away. Some people ain't got nothing to do with certain situations. And that, I think that's a good teaching lesson for people out here that do still deal with, situations like that where there are other kids involved, where they might have seen the relationship, but they might not have seen the whole aspect, but they might have seen the aspect where the ending part of a relationship.
With that being said, right, I was scrolling through some of these people that sent in some comments, or not comments, but questions, and I ran across one that matched what you just said, right? And this question is for the both of you, right? What's the best advice anyone has ever given you?
And what, in regards to what?
I mean, whatever the best advice anyone ever given you. It could be in anything.
The best advice.
The best advice.
I wouldn't even say it was the best advice that anyone has given me, but I have given this advice to someone else, and I have started to take...
Your own advice?
Yes. I have really started to take my own advice, and I tell my kids all the time, especially when it comes to certain things in life and relationships. Once you start to accept certain things for what they are, it's like you just understand it better. And you will understand that some things you can't change, some people you can't change. And when you start to accept those things or those people for what they are, you'll know whether or not you'll need them in your life or not. It's like, okay, for instance, you're in a relationship with somebody. You constantly telling that person that you want them to do certain things or you want them to not do certain things because it bothers you, or you want them to do certain things to help you out, or just to be a better person, and they constantly ignore what you say. Okay, accept those things for what they are, accept that person for what they are, and move on.
What about you, Trish?
I'm going to say some really good advice that I have learned over the years. I wouldn't say nobody gave it to me. I seen it one day. It said that we never lose. We always win. You're either going to win or you're going to learn.
True.
So you never lose.
Right.
Because even if you consider yourself, like, if you don't win, you learned.
You learn some type of lesson.
You learned that lesson for what you need to use for the next go round. So you never lose.
Yeah.
In any aspect. You can use that in any aspect of life. So whatever you learn along the way, you have to take that and apply it. So, you never really lose at anything. You may think that you've lost, but you never have, because you took lessons and you learned things going on that road, and it always benefits you in the end, because if you ever go down that road again or anything similar, you're already going to know how to react, how to move, or whatever that you need to do. So,
I got one.
Go ahead with
yours.
This
is for the audience and viewers and anyone that take the time to listen, subscribe, and share and comment. This came from my brother. You can't go over it, you can't go under it, and you can't go around it. You got to go through it.
I know that's right.
Next question comes from another viewer, and they just want to know what's some of the worst decisions you ever made?
Whew.
And we all got those.
Man.
Yeah, for real.
Can they be people?
Man, we might hurt
Like,
some feelings on here today.
I'm sorry, but if I could go back and unfuck a couple motherfuckers, I would gladly take them fucks back real quick. Thank you. Thank you.
I will say, in my lifetime, sometimes I feel like being a teen mother and not maturing enough before jumping into certain situations, and now having a better, more clear mind and a more mature mentality, I think I ignored a lot of red flags and things in my lifetime that I wish I would have never overlooked.
What does it say? If we knew what we knew then.
Now.
We know. Yeah.
Hey, man, I'm going to hit y'all with one that's
Yeah.
super duper deep, right?
Yeah.
And this is for real. This is mine, right? If we truly can pick, to come to Earth to experience this experience, I think that's my biggest fucking mistake. I wish I wouldn't have ever came to Earth. That's mine.
The universe set you here for a reason.
I hope so, but I don't like Earth. I don't like.
A lot of people say
I
that.
don't think that
though.
you really don't like Earth. You might not like this lifetime.
Well,
when
that's
you
true.
come back again,
That's true. I'm not choosing to come back. I'm
you ain't gonna have a choice.
I'm writing that. Yeah, we all got choices.
No,
That's what-
the universe sends you to where they see fit for you.
I'm glad you saying the universe because that's what I know that we all are one. You know what I mean? So everything in here is a part of the universe, right?
Yes.
I chose to come here. You know what I mean? So that's why I say if that's true, if it's true that we get those choices, then I'm writing it in my DNA.
Would you
right
want to be
now.
a tree?
No, I don't want to come back to this realm.
Where you gonna go?
I want to stay as a guide. I'd rather be somebody that can whisper in your ear.
You want to be a spirit guide?
Don't do that. Yeah.
Okay.
I'd rather be a guide. I don't want to come back as a human form. I don't care about nothing about this human form stuff. We are here. Everybody on this planet are slaves. Mm-hmm. We are ruled by just probably like maybe 100 people don't even know it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And we sit around here and we bicker and we beef and we go at each other over the most dumbest, ignorant stuff in the world. And we at war right now. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And when I sit back, see, I got a lot of alone time, right? So in my alone time, I do a lot of studying. I do a lot of reading. And what I realize is it's hard to unbrainwash people. Mm-hmm. And when you know that you're a higher divine person and you go for that, everything else makes you feel bad, makes you feel down, like why I'm even trying. You know what I mean? So that's just mine. I just think this was the worst mistake I ever made was making the decision to come.
I don't think you had the decision. I feel like you had a purpose. You had a reason. You weren't just, that wasn't your choice. Mm-hmm. You're taking me somewhere I don't want to go right now.
Life is life and too much this week for these kind of conversations.
Yeah, we gonna have to talk about that at another time. I got you, bro. I got you.
This is
I got
truthful.
you.
Yeah. It is. I'm telling you. I don't think that a lot of us chose the lives that we live. This is how we're gonna end that one. Got that conversation.
Yeah, we're not gonna go there.
I don't think any of us chose the life that we live, and if we could change it, I'm pretty sure we all could. We all would. But at the end of the day, I feel like we're all in our situation for a reason. Mm-hmm. We're here for a purpose, whether we know what it is or we don't. Whether we know what lesson we're supposed to learn in this lifetime, whether we know, who we're supposed to help in this life. We're all here for a reason.
So have any one of you learned anything about yourselves, though? I mean, like what? What have you learned that you?
I learned a lot about myself. Like I had a whole.
Let's say what you don't learn here recently, and it could be a year or two ago, but you know what I mean. Just so you ain't got to go that far back into your archives.
It really ain't even that far back because this is all recent events within the last 6 months.
What is it that you learned about yourself?
I've learned that I am not as strong as I thought I was.
Oh, that's a deep one.
That's a deep one.
I am not as strong as I thought I was, and that is just going through it.
No doubt.
Going through what I have been through, and having. What made me realize that was losing myself.
All right.
And having to refine the person that I wanted to be.
Right.
I had to go find somebody.
All right.
It's like a whole journey. So yeah, that's probably the biggest thing.
What's up, Trish?
You had to.
Yeah, what you learned
I was going to say what I've learned about myself. I would say over the past few years, I've learned that I don't always have to be the strong one. I don't always have to be the one everybody look up to or come to for advice or whatever. Because, I got my weak times too.
And sometimes it's okay to be a little weak.
Yeah.
And it's okay to ask others for help.
And absolutely, I'm normally the one that everybody come to. Ashley, everybody, all my friends come to me. Like, it's unusual for me to be off.
Yeah.
For me to anything, it's unusual. And a lot of people don't understand. People go through things every day just because you don't see it, you don't whatever. I mean,
don't mean life
it's okay
ain't
not
life
to be a strong one. It's alright, like sometimes, like you said,
Even
life
the strong get weak.
Right.
Even the strong get weak.
You're right.
Sometimes we need a a pickup too. Shoot.
All right, well, since you need a pickup, I'm gonna give y'all a pickup.
Okay.
This is for both of y'all, right?
Ring
What
ring.
would y'all rather people think of you as? Kind, smart, or attractive?
I'd rather be smart.
Ashley.
I'd say smart too.
Oh yeah. I want all of them. Kind,
I
smart,
mean,
and
but you said I
attractive.
had to pick
You
one.
said
I didn't
pick
say-
one.
Did y'all hear me say?
I swear.
He
Nothing-
said,
no-
"Hey, we got it
nothing
on
said-
He said,
camera."
which one would you
Nothing said-
pick?
I said yes, right. I didn't say you had to. I didn't say it had to be one. I didn't say none of that.
Well,
just said,
I would
what you
prefer to
rather?
be all three.
No doubt.
Now,
Who wouldn't?
regardless if a motherfucker think I'm attractive or not, bitch, I know I look good. So it is what it is. You can call me smart and kind, and I'm gonna tell my damn self I look good.
Look, I'd rather be smart and ugly than than stupid
Cause
and
look,
pretty.
'cause I'm gonna be smart and have a good job, and I'm gonna be an ugly broke. I ain't gonna be ugly and broke.
I you know what, man? I'm gonna tell you something though, for real. I think the value system in humans is not balanced. I think we put I think we put value in the wrong things. What do
do.
you all think?
We do, absolutely.
People value what you look like more than anything else. Your appearance.
Yeah.
To
Ooh,
me,
she got big titties or she got a fat ass. Okay, she got big titties, but if she got a fat ass, but when she open them after, the bitch know how to talk.
And that's what the turnoff would be.
yeah,
Yeah, for real.
that's what I was gonna say. Yeah,
Can she talk to you? Can she conversate with you? Can you hold her attention? Can she hold your attention? Like, it's overrated, and that's what everybody seems to go off of these days. It's
a lot
looks.
of times, that's what I was gonna say. A lot of times, this new generation, oh, she got a fat ass, I gotta go fuck her. Ooh, she got some big ass titties. You know what I'm saying? And even
She
women
might have big
ooh,
titties.
Ooh, he got the sweatpants on. I see what he got.
And that motherfucker might be dumb as 2 boxes of rocks.
Exactly. My thing
Or he
is,
might beat your ass all the time. Like,
that's what I'm saying too. Like when it comes to, I think the older that we get, the more that we do learn. Like, it's not about busting a nut or whatever. You can go busting up by yourself if you need to. Like,
but that's where that's like I said, when it comes back to how long do you wait? How long do you give yourself time to get to know somebody? Okay, so yes, I do have a friend, and friend said I could talk about him on here, and so we're gonna refer to friend as Big Daddy. Me and Big Daddy have been talking for about 6 months, but as far as I know, there was some kind of spark between us for a long period of time, and due to the fact that I was in a relationship, he did not advance anything towards me until he had confirmation from me that I was no longer in a relationship. So from the time we started talking up until the time we first had any kind of physical contact in such ways to produce sparks, I say it's probably about 2 months, 3 months, almost 3 months. But that gave me time to like get to know who he was as a person, and I don't know.
to me, it's like you can't come to me on no dumb shit.
Yeah, I gotta see.
Like,
I gotta see where you at, because if there's something that I might want to take into a relationship at some point in time, I don't want to be with no
What
dumb
makes
ass
y'all feel
motherfucker.
sexy?
What makes
What
us
you
feel
mean?
Sexy?
What makes you feel sexy?
Nothing makes me feel sexier than a
Make you feel
man
sexy?
making me feel like I'm just everything.
Yes, like.
Why it got to come from somebody else? That's the question.
Oh, that's why I asked you. What do you mean, like
It
from a
doesn't.
like
It's
not what
something
I
we
know.
do for ourselves?
To me, confidence makes me sexy.
If that's what makes you feel sexy, that's anything.
When-
Putting on your shirt made you feel sexy. I don't know.
Oh, I
That's
did,
what
because my
makes you-
belly was out. Hey,
Hey.
What makes
But I
me feel
mean, just-
sexy? Like just feeling sexy, having that confidence about yourself, feeling good about yourself. And I think most of us are so lost in our everyday lives that we get lost in it and we lose ourselves. And I think a lot of women out here are lost. A lot of men out
I
here
was
are
one of
lost.
those, like, I really was just out here just not, I had no confidence at one point. or nothing, but it took a lot for me to gain that. And now that I have it, I don't give a fuck how nobody feel about the way I look. It's a motherfucker out here that like it, and I like it, and we just gonna like it together, whether regardless of anybody else do or not.
Sexy, I feel like I feel sexy anyway, but I'm just saying, what makes me feel my sexiest is to know that I'm doing something with myself. Like, you just not no regular.
You know, some boss bitch shit.
Yeah, I'm like on some boss bitch shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh,
I'm out here working, taking care of my kids, doing my shit.
Yeah, like trying to do what I need to do as a woman. Like, plus trying to take care of myself. Shoot,
not to say that we don't like it for a man to do stuff for us, but we don't necessarily need a man to do stuff for us.
And that's the problem with our culture, right there. What you just said, it is. You know, I'm gonna tell you something.
Yeah,
but at the same time, I never, ever want to need a man. I don't.
But that's the problem. I feel like
I need. I ain't gonna lie. I think I'm the opposite way, because I feel like in order for me to be feminine,
if you're a woman,
I have to be needing a man to follow and guide me in that.
That
right
part
direction.
I understand, but in order for me to survive, I don't need a man. I don't need a man to go out here and make money for me. If I'm single, I'm gonna take care of myself.
Right now and start shooting up in here, you're gonna need a man to stand in front of you and try to at least protect you.
Now that yes, but I'm talking about, like I said, for taking care of myself.
I'm gonna tell you how strong that word is. What you just said. I just don't want to ever feel like I need a man. Well, you just pushed out every man. For real, no matter what kind of category you want to put that in, financial, physical, emotional, everything. We do not want no woman that feel like they don't need a man. That's the worstest thing that you could do. That's why I keep interrupting. That's the problem.
But you have to understand where I come from with that when I say it.
Listen, I'm going to tell you, before you interrupt, I'm going to go ahead and throw something at you, right? Majority, everybody like you, that's got that little background, what you going to say, it comes from past. It comes from parents. It comes from past relationships. It comes because I gave my faith to this man, and this man hurt me. And then I tried it with this man hurt me. So what? Try all of them till that right man stick around and, show you it.
Mama. You know? And there's no problem with that until the one shows me that I need him.
But you ain't gonna do it though. You so backed up with so much. I don't really need them.
I don't, but I'm not gonna stop someone from trying to show me that I can be there for you when you need me to.
I think that in this situation, like, I've had that same conversation with you plenty of times. We've been having this conversation for years.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it takes the right man, because I will tell you, I have played that masculine role for years or whatever, but it takes the right man to come along to make you feel comfortable enough to be like, okay.
You ain't got to do
that. And that's what I mean by when I say I don't need no. Like, I don't need one.
For once.
But like, if the one can come and make me feel like I need him and put me into that submissive state, I'll let him.
Your battle though is right now.
Not necessarily.
Yeah. Well, listen to what I'm saying. Okay, I'm gonna say it again. You're spiritual. From what you keep saying, universe, the tongue is stronger than a gun. And what you keep doing is shooting down every opportunity that you have, because you still using the word what you don't need. You got to take that out of your vocabulary. You know what I mean? A person that uses the word I can't. I can't. Then you never will. I mean, I'm not saying that I won't allow. Wait a minute, but you just said you can't. So you're not gonna allow. You just put it out there. All I'm doing is trying to show you what you're doing was causing you not to get that man that can come in and put his foot down like, listen, mom, I can't let you do this.
Ooh, say that one more time.
I'm sorry.
What? But that's the thing. He's already here.
Rewind. Hold on. Say that one more time.
Nah, I ain't gonna say it no more.
He's already here.
Hold on. I ain't gonna say it no more. Yeah.
He's already here.
Hold on, mama. What?
I'm just saying. Nah.
Hold on, mama. What?
I ain't gonna do it no more.
He popped up unexpectedly. That's like, this is the... This the one person that I literally will let check my ass. And I have let him check me before.
I think it take a different type of man, a man that knows how to be dominant. Like we always had that conversation. It takes a man to be dominant to really pipe down a woman who is so used to being defensive or so used to being in control of everything. Because I know it, like me, myself, like I said, I've been, that independent mind frame, that masculine mind frame where even if I do got a situation or whatever, I feel like I still gotta do this. I still gotta do that. I gotta do this. I gotta do this. I gotta make sure.
But when that masculine energy comes around, and you can tell it's that true masculine energy.
But we don't know how to accept it. We don't know how to act.
That's true.
It's been a challenge for me. I ain't even gonna lie. It's been a challenge, but I'm learning to adjust.
Yeah.
When it comes to certain things, and yeah.
We have to be the new example for the new generation.
We do.
For real.
We do.
For real.
But I can agree. It's not being the supposed independent masculine woman. It might be what it is. You might think you're going after a bag. You might think you can do whatever you got to do without a man.
Right.
But
it's false.
But yeah, at the end of the day, you missing something. Like,
hey, you know what?
It's not the way to do it.
I'm a hit y'all with some history lesson, right? You know what I mean? The greatest time in American history for black folks was before we started marching with Martin Luther King. You know what I mean? A lot of people out there are going to disagree. Take your pictures down. Whenever we decided to join instead of staying in our own culture, you don't see Spanish people protesting to join any other culture. You don't see Asians doing it, Chinese doing it. You don't see nobody but us. We want to be a part of everybody. That's why we spend our money with every culture but our own. Yeah. But before that, we was the shit. You know what I mean? But no, we went off of somebody else's dream and made it our dream, and now look at us. We destroyed. It was a good way for them to usher in, well, we'll help you. We'll become your daddy. I remember when they used to come to the apartments to make sure wasn't nobody else in the house with you. You know what I mean? That was just crazy to me as a kid growing up in the hood and seeing white folks coming in checking off stuff. You know what I mean? Looking at a list, looking to see if they can see men clothes in a house. You know what I mean? They knew the difference. And it just always was wild to me. You know what I mean? Or he had to leave until the inspection party was over with. That's crazy. Why would you want to break up the home? Now we see why. Because when you break up the home, the child don't have anything to look up to. The masculine energy is gone. You know? But anyway, I'm going to get off of that.
That's another show.
It's another show.
It is.
Yeah.
But anyway, you know what I mean? Questions that was, that's coming in for you all. I didn't, do all of them because there was too many that we keep coming in and asking. That's why I started reading more, you know what I mean? But, what is, like, I guess, how would I say this? Like, a relationship lesson that you don't want to take on until another relationship. Let's say it like that. Like something in your past relationship that you done that I ain't ever doing that again. You learned from.
I would say that something that I've learned from was I'm not a dominant, I know, but I don't want to be a dominant person. I don't want to be the masculine anymore. I feel like in order for a relationship to work correctly and as it should work, and as for me in my own body vessel to work properly as I should, I have to be the feminine. I have to be. I have to be the one to follow the man's lead and trust in the man and let the man take the lead,
Is it hard to do?
It is hard whenever you've been doing it for so long.
Yeah.
It is hard to change something that you're so accustomed to doing or having to do. Is it a relief? Absolutely. I mean, there's no better relief than knowing that you can count on somebody besides yourself for once. Not saying that you could never count on whoever else was in a relationship or whatever. Right. But in certain situations, no
questions asked, regardless. Like, I don't have to explain anything to you.
Yeah.
And I feel like
everything comes natural that way.
Yeah.
The man know how to be the man. The woman know how to be the woman. the man is there, like, and the man as his position as the head of the household, the king of the castle, whatever you want to say. You know,
he's supposed to be that
yeah.
nigga.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You know what? I'm hearing a lot of people always bringing up chess. You know what I mean? You know, you see how the woman on there is probably the most valuable piece on the chessboard. You know what I mean? And when people say that, right? Don't get me wrong. The woman has the she can do the most on the board than anybody on there. You know what I mean? But
She takes on everything for everybody.
She do. But what I'm going to say though, since you know, because everybody's saying like how independent or how strong she is, and she's built for that. You know what I mean? That's why y'all can carry a kid for 9 months and have that. We can't do that. We weak with it. You know what I mean? So, but what they fail to realize is, you know what else she do? She protects that king. She
build him
don't
up.
give a damn if
Yeah.
the kid's acting stupid. No, you ain't gonna disrespect him. You ain't gonna touch him. You ain't gonna talk about him when out of his presence. I'm gonna protect him. You know what I mean? If I gotta carry a gun to make sure ain't nobody gonna do nothing to this king, I'm gonna make sure. That's what that queen do. That queen makes sure the king is surviving, because without that king giving out them instructions for all the other little foot soldiers, everybody gonna die. You know what I mean? But still, only thing about chess though, and this is a true statement I did hear another guy talk about this, is you can always see the next person move. You know what I mean? In real life, we don't know who making moves out here right now. You get what I'm saying? Secondly is, I am the overseer of every piece on this board. That ain't how it normally go. You know what I mean? But I just want to just say that though, just to let you know though, how if everything is balanced, we will be in a greater place, and
But I think
my
that's what-
perception will be different.
That's like, if I ever get into a relationship, whatever, it has to be a balanced situation. Like, being the person everybody come to, it's okay, but I want to be the one that can go to somebody.
Exactly. I was
not
about
have
to
to
say,
question
who
anything.
can you go to when everybody's always coming to you?
Yeah.
And I feel like if I get in another relationship, and he probably gonna say something to me if I say this, and I don't even give a damn. If his ass ain't like fucking Big Daddy, I can't deal. That's the only person that really
Pipes you down.
pipes me the fuck down.
She makes you chill the hell out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know his ass gonna say something
So
to me
what's
when he
the
watches this.
qualities in a man that's got the ability to pipe you down when you out of yourself?
Like,
What is it? What's
I
the
think-
characteristics, Ashley? Yeah, because
I don't know. From the time I've met him, it's his energy. It's something about him. He's stern, but he's gentle. Like, he can talk to me and correct me in a way that doesn't hurt my feelings.
Right.
And I think that is important. Not necessarily important, but I think that's a good quality to have. What can you tell me about myself that I need to change without putting it in a harsh way to hurt my feelings or make me feel some type of way?
You know that when most women feelings get hurt behind that, it's because it was an argument that led up to it. You know that, for real. But if it just came out like during a conversation, like, you know, you don't got to be so raspy with me when you talk to me, because that'll cause me to get raspy back with you, and I don't want to do that. You're too beautiful for that. But if it's, nigga, I done told you already.
Like,
See, there you go with that clown shit.
It's the approach
That's how
when
that
you
happened.
come to check me.
Yeah, no, what I'm saying is, though, we were just talking about the type of energy that y'all give out. You know what I mean? We know that the emotional side of women is fucking high. You know what I mean? It's very rarely we can catch y'all to be able to sit down and give a decent conversation on a mellow level, because it do take one little word that triggers something in and be like, nigga, who you talking to? Don't stop then. Turn into an auto mechanic. You won't stop. You know? And that's when the argument starts, though. That's when it get out of hand. You know what I mean? For real, for real. Women that cannot handle their emotional side don't know that men got an emotional side too. You know what I mean? And that's when we get foul mouth and we say things we don't mean, even if we try to start out talking to you normal. The way and the most important thing I want both of y'all to take away from here, and the audience and people out here that's liking, subscribing, and sharing and commenting. If we don't learn how to conduct ourselves in all aspects of a relationship, there's no relationship. There's none. I don't care how hard your feelings is, because we still got to battle everything outside these doors when we go out. I still want to wake up in the bed with you tomorrow and know that, well, I love you. No matter what we went through yesterday, you still my boo. You know what I mean? Call me if anything, I'm going to work. You know what I mean? But if we going to bed and we mad at each other about what we didn't do, we dissolved the day before, that's the relationship. We mad all the time. It never got handled. Like I don't want to touch you. I don't want to touch you either. You know what I mean? It gets stupid. So, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
If anything, let's balance everything out there in the real world.
It takes balance for sure. But let's end it on that note for the night, just because I know we had a long one today.
Hey, yo, this was a good one though, man. You know what I mean?
One.
The whole conversations and the questions that viewers was asking or sending in Messenger and whatnot, I hope everybody takes something from this and learn from it, grow from it. You know what I mean? Love your spouse, your significant others. You know what I mean? Kiss on them, rub on them, touch them, turn them
Go bust
on.
that coochie open on them.
You heard what she said.
But until next time, you guys.
Right.
Ow.